share my screen. So you guys able to see my screen? Yes, right?
Yes.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, thank you. So yesterday, like we discussed what we can recap and we'll go to the okay. So last week we discussed like what is performance testing and what are the tools in the market and how many components in load runner and what are there, and as simply we discussed about a load runner architecture, and we are recorded one simple business scenario and we observe the script, right?
Yeah.
So what is performance testing?
So testing the stability and response time of application by applying a peak load.
Okay, somewhat is okay, no worry. Okay, how many tools in the market? What are there?
Tools.
Five.
What?
Load,
Okay.
load runner.
Yeah, load runner. How many components? What are there?
5 components.
What
Load
are
and
they?
5 components.
Yeah.
5 components. View gen and controller analysis, load
Okay.
generator,
Analyzer. Yes.
and last one is the agent processor.
Yes. What is the agent process, Shashi?
It's a
It is a
Interface.
There is a interface
between
between the load control load runner and
Controller.
controller. Yes.
Yes. Yes. What is the user movie?
it enhances the scripts. It's create
Let's
and
say it
enhance the
will,
script.
Yes, we can record
it
the
will
business
record the
flow.
script, record the
Record
business.
the
Yes.
Yes, business flow, and it will generate for the script statement purpose. We can use
yeah.
for the VSN. What is the controller?
Yeah. It's we can create the multiple users in controller.
Yes, we can design the scenario and execute with the
Scenario,
multiple
execute
user
with the
point of view.
multiple user
We
point
can
of view.
use the controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to the what is the analyzer?
It gives the test report.
Yes,
Analysis.
analyzer nothing but we can analyze the results to find out the bottlenecks. We can call it as our issues. We can call it as a performance testing language bottleneck. Okay. And what is the load generator?
It generates load against CPU.
Not generate the against the application, not CPU.
Application,
Okay?
yeah. Okay, application.
Generate the against the
Generates
application.
the application.
Yes. So going to the load runner architecture. So how the architecture is going? Anyone can explain?
Yeah, from controller to it goes to load generator through agent
What
processor.
it will go? What it will go?
Request.
Yes, yes, that is point.
In
Yes.
return, it will get a response time.
Yes. What is the round trip of request and response?
Response time.
Response time.
Response time.
Response time.
So the round trip of request and response time, we can call it as a response time. So means each transaction response time, how it is coming means using for that our load runner architecture. Like you are sending the some request and it is going to the controller to load generator. Like as an interface between the agent process, it is going to the load generator. The load generator, the request will be sent to the web server, and web server, the request will be sent to the app server, and app server to it is going to the DB server. In the DB server, it will search the data. If it is there, not there also, it will get the response. So this round trip of request and response, we can call it as a response time. So it's clear for this, right? Yeah, good.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you guys able to see, right? Yesterday we recorded this script. Like this is the launch transaction. Okay. And after that launch, what we did? Login. See, you can observe. You guys able to see, right?
Yeah.
Start transaction. So last week we discussed what is the use of start transaction and transaction.
Transaction.
It should record the.
No, it's
record each and every step.
No, wrong. So actually, why we are giving for the start transaction is we can measure the particular action or transaction response time. You need to give for the start and end only. If you not give this, it will not calculate For example, login will be there. You are not given this start transaction here. It is ended here. Login. You are not given. Then what will happen? It will not calculate how much response time happen for the login. So
Okay.
anyone ask for the what is the use of LR start transaction end transaction? Why we are using LR and transaction start transaction means to measure the transaction response time point of view. We are giving for the LR start transaction, LR end transaction.
To measure the
So
transaction.
response time.
Okay.
Okay. So to measure the transaction response time, we can use for the LR start transaction, LR end transaction. What is the function of start transaction? Also they will ask. LR start transaction, end transaction name. If it is login or launch or whatever maybe. And end transaction means LR end transaction. And what is the login or launch and LR auto. LR auto means maybe it is a pass or fail condition. Two will be there. That is why it is coming to the by default auto. Okay.
Okay.
So it's clear, right? So now,
yeah.
After login is completed, what we did, click on flights. See, click on flights. So this code is belongs to which code?
Flights, brother. Flights.
Click on flights
Yeah.
at transaction code. Okay. So next, what we did, find flight. Like we are selected for the departure city, areas city, and we are doing for the finding the flight, and we are giving for the departure date, windows, or we are selected that. So after that, we are selecting for the flight, which flight we want, like Blue Sky Air 242 or 240. So you need to selecting for the flight. This is the flight. And after selecting this, what we need to do? We need to payment. See, this is the
details.
payment transaction details like first name, last name, credit card details, credit card expire date. You need to give this all details. Then your ticket will be booked successfully. So your ticket is booked successfully. Finally, we need to sign up. So now we'll think about coming to the about start transaction. LR start transaction. What is this transaction launch? So now we'll open the this okay URL. I think yeah, we have. So now launch, how it is happening? You are entering or you are clicking, right? Just we are giving for the there as a details as a URL and you are doing. So if you click means which function it is generated, you can observe web URL function it is generated. So means if you click, like for example, you are clicking for the flight button. So if you click means is which function it is generated means web URL. You can observe, click on flight, you can come here. So which function it is generated? Web URL function. Means any click you are doing means which function it is generated means web URL. Otherwise, after that, what you are doing, launch is done and you are doing for the login. Again, go to the application. Here you are giving for the username and password. Means what you are doing, you are submitting to the username password to the application, right?
Yeah.
So means you are submitting. So that is why which function it is generated means web submit data. So you can observe web submit data, login, and you can observe you are submitted. What details you are submitted? Username Jojo, password Bill.
Okay.
Means you can think about. So if you click means it's generated for the web URL. Maybe you are submitting to the data to the application. It is generated for the web submit data.
Even
So
I have
again,
one doubt. How the
yes.
launch code is generated?
So automatically when you are opening, right, like recording you are doing, right? If you, it's you are recording, right? What will happen?
To open the login page. The login page is launch page. And
Yes.
launch.
So you already. See, you are already giving URL here. Automatically, if you click start recording, automatically the launch is opening. So means
launch code will start.
Yeah, launch also it is recorded. Yeah,
Okay.
it is starting launch only it will come.
Okay.
But transaction you are giving from the here onwards, and after that you can manually also can enter here start and end transaction.
Okay.
Okay. So after
Okay.
that, what we are doing after launch, login is completed. Again, what you are doing? See your login, and after that you are clicking. So you are clicking
Yeah.
flash means which function it will generate, Shashi? Click on which function it will generate it?
Web URL.
Web URL, because you are when you are clicks, it is happen as a web URL function. So now after that, what we are doing, we are clicking for the flight. Okay, web URL function is generated, and after that, so see this departure day and array city you are submitting to the application or not?
Yes.
So which function it will generate? Web submit data. You can observe we are selecting for the London, Paris, date, Windows seat. So at that time, what is the function it generated means web submit data. And after that also, we are selecting for the flight. So after this all details entered, you are clicking for the continue. And here also you are submitting to the these flights. No, not click. You are submitting for this Blue Sky Air 342. You are submitting to the application.
Okay. Okay.
So means which function it will generate means web submit
Web
data.
submit data.
And
Yeah.
click next. And after that again payment details also you are submitting, like first name,
Yeah.
last name, and address details, and credit card details, and as same to the expire date. This all you are submitting in the application. So if you submit, then which function it will generate? Web submit data.
Web submit data.
So you can come to the payment section. Which function it generated? Web submit data.
Web submit data.
So coming to the next, final will be you click on this, and your ticket is booked successfully. Finally, again you are sign up you are doing. Means what you are doing? You are click means which function it generated?
Web URL.
Web URL.
Web URL. Now you guys is clear, right? In function, when you are recording the script with the web HTTP HTML protocol, and you are selecting for the like HTML mode, then which function it will generate means web URL and web submit data. So when it is a web submitted data generated, when you URL generated, you guys will be clear, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. So now this is the script after recording is completed. Just you are thinking about, okay, everything is recorded properly or not, you can check. Now we need to do for the our scripting enhancements. So because this script only, you can observe only one user will be there, username, password. But as a performance testing point of view, what is our major role?
To test multiple data.
We can execute with the multiple user point of view. So multiple user point of view, how will give, for example, here Jojo one username and comma Jojo 2. It will accept? No, right? So that is point of view. What we can do means, so we have the some scripting enhancements, that is the parameterization. So what is the parameterization? Nothing, na? What are the values you are entering through keyboard? Those values you should do the parameterization. So what values you are entering through keyboard in application? So for example, you can go to the application and again come to the here. Username, password you are entering, right?
Yeah.
You are through keyboard you are entering. So means username, password, what you can do, we can do for the parameterization. And after that, you can come to the go here and again click for the flights button. And in this space, here you are entering, you are selecting.
Yes, selecting.
Selecting means we can't do the parameterization. But date is there. You are entering, right? If you want change the date means we can entering.
Yeah.
So if you entering means we can do for the parameterization, which values departure date, return date also. And number of passenger also you are entering. So means you can do for the parameterization. Again, you can observe again seating preferences, type of seat will be there. We are selecting. So means here we find Jojo like username, password, and departure date, return date, and passenger details. We need to do for the parameterization because we are entering through keyboard. And after that, continue. What happened? So continue. So after that, here you are selecting or you are entering this flight details.
Selecting.
Selecting means
Selecting.
we are not do the parameterization. Good. So again, payment details we are entering.
Entering.
Any data you are entering. So if we entering means what we can do?
We can
Parameterization.
do parameterization.
Parameterization.
So now you can observe which values we can do: username, first name, last name, street address, and this city state, and passenger details, and credit card, and all details also we need to do for the parameterization. So now go to the next and sign off completely. Now you guys will be clear like what values we need to do for the parameterization. Now we'll come to the script starting onwards. Okay, in the launch transaction, we have any values will be there. We can do for parameterization point of view. We don't have any, right?
Yeah.
But come to the login, we have any other values? Parameterization, username, password. Yes. So now you can do for the parameterization. How do you can do means you can select for the what is the value of your parameterization value. Click on right button and replace with a parameter and create new parameter. And give it as a parameter name. Which value you are doing?
Username.
So you can give for the same as like username. Okay. You are doing parameterization, you can give for the param. Someone will be see also, you can understand. Okay, is doing for the parameterization. And here you have the different type of parameter types will be there. File, date and time, group name, iteration number, load generator. This all will be parameter types. So which type we can select, that is our we need to decide. So if you are doing for the any kind of text or numeric, these things will be there. You can obviously can select for the file only.
Okay.
Maybe you are doing for the date and time, then you need to select for the date and time. Now this is the text only, right? Jojo, Bean, these all will be text. Means which one we can select file type only. Parameter type will be file, we need to select. And after that, properties. Go to the properties. And after that, so here already we are selected type. And now this is the our parameter name. What is that? Username param. So last is the some extension added, DAT dot. So if anyone asks for the what is the parameterization extension file dot, what is that? Dot. So now after that, you can just click for the create table and click on OK and select for the like after that close this and click on OK and click on no. So now parameterization is done. And same way you can do for the username, after that password. Same way you can right button click, replace with parameter and create new parameter and give it as a parameter name is of which value, Sashi?
Password underscore param.
So
Password.
then which word type we need to select parameter type?
File.
File only, because text, right? We can select file. That's good. So now next we'll go to the properties. And here password param, the extension will be dot. And after that, click on create table and OK. And close this and click on OK and always no. Now username password you did. Now you want to add for the more data. Again here parameters will be there. Right? You can click on double click. And what values you did? Username and password. So select username and here edit with notepad and give for the how many values you want. You can give Jojo 1 and Jojo 2 and Jojo 3. So Jojo 4. And you can save this. Click on close and it will ask for the save. You can save. Now you can observe 5 values escape. You want for the 100, you can add for the 100. If you want for the 1000 or any, how many users you are doing the test, you need to, those many users details you need to give here. Okay. Now close this. Sorry, again password also, right? We can give for the password names also. Edit with notepad, and the password also we need to give for the bean1, bean2, and bean3. So bean4. So this data also you need to give for the valid data.
Okay.
So means if you log in using that credentials, right, you are able to go to the next page. Then only that type of username password details only you need to give here. Because
Okay.
you are giving for the username password wrong, it will go to the next page. For example, you can observe
No.
here. I'm giving these details, and the same details you are provided for the parameter file also. It will work. No, right?
Okay, it
So
should be all
it
already.
should
It
be
should be how to
valid
sign up.
data. Yes, it should be
Okay.
valid data you need to provide.
Okay.
That data how we'll get I will explain. Okay, now after that close this and just save this, and just you can execute for the one time first. Okay, just that is the replay button. You can just click on that. Okay, now we are replaying the script. See, I think it is multiple times will be there. It is executed multiple times. So now, 1 minute. Yeah, you can observe here how many times it will be there. 2 times it is executed each transaction. Launch is 2 times, login is 2 times happen, click on file 2 times happen. Means 2 times it is executed. Now you can observe what value is picked for the username password for the first time. So this is the starting iteration 1, means starting user 1. So it started, launch is started, launch ended, again login is started, and you can observe username param is equal to what value is picked, Jojo and Bain. This is the first time. And again go to the last, and you can observe ending iteration 1, because up to this sign off done. Okay, sign off is done up to this, and after that second user is started, and can come to here. So launch is started, and launch URL ended with the past status, and login is started, and you can observe Jojo1 Bean1. Same value is picked or different value?
Different one.
So miss, when you are executing for the controller, right? If you give for the 100 users, so 100 different users will pick like this.
Okay.
And it will execute for the your script in the controller. So mainly like multiple user point of view, we can do for the parameterization. So it's clear.
Why it is only taken 2 times? We have given 5 users now. We have done
Yeah, you
2
can.
iterations.
Yeah. You can go to the runtime settings.
Okay.
For here we have the runtime settings. We have the logs. Run logic will be there. What is the run logic? Nothing but it indicate for the number of iterations. If you are given 2 times, that is why it is a 2 times executed.
Yeah,
If you give
we
for
have
the
given
5
2
times,
times.
yeah. Now you can give 5 times, then you can again run. Now it will execute for the 5 times. You can observe also. Launch login, again launch login, out, again login. So it is happen for the 5 times.
Okay.
Now you can observe. See, for
Yeah,
each transaction, how many times happen? 5 times happen. And 5 times average response time also you are able to see here also.
Okay.
Means 5 user launch is the average response time is 504 milliseconds happen.
Milliseconds.
So this is the like minutes and seconds and milliseconds. Okay.
Okay.
So now again you can observe each iteration wise. First will come to the 5th iteration. You can observe Jojo 4, Bean 4. And next iteration you can observe Jojo 3, Bean 3. And again next iteration you can observe Jojo 2, Bean 2. And first iteration you can observe And next second iteration, Jojo 1, Bean 1. Final first iteration will be Jojo Bean. So as a real time, it will pick like this.
Okay.
So that is point of view we can do for the parameterization. Now after complete for the username password, and again what we can do means you need to check with the what values I want to do for the remaining parameterization. So in the click on flight transaction, we have any values? No values, right?
No values.
And come to the here, and we have the any other values will be there. Yes, right? Departure,
Date.
city, we are doing for the selecting. Date, we need to do for the date also parameter.